Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today it's finally Series 1's finale. So today I'll be reviewing Doctor Who Series 1, Episode 12 and 13, Bad Wolf and Parting of the Ways. So let's get into this finale. So the trio find themselves separated and waking up in three different game shows, which are a lot more fatal than the ones in the 21st century. Now, Big Brother, What Not to Wear, and The Weakest Link, which I think they all three of them aren't around anymore, which is quite funny. Well, not funny, but you know, I don't know my point there. But the Doctor escapes Big Brother with a contestant called Linda, who becomes quite decent in this episode actually. And Jack escapes What Not to Wear, and he gets a gun at the same time. The Doctor discovers that they are on Satellite 5 in the year 200-100, which is now under control of the Bad Wolf Corporation, which is the name that has been following the Doctor and Rose throughout time and space since episode 2, I believe it was. And Linda explained to the Doctor that 100 years ago, when the Doctor last visited, Satellite 5 stopped broadcasting and humanity became confused and lost. So then the three go and search for Rose, and they find her in the last round of the Weakest Link, which, when she's in the Weakest Link, it's quite funny. She's just laughing all the way through. Then she realises she's about to get disintegrated, and that's what happens. The android disintegrates her, and the Doctor just crumbles on the floor, devastated. Like, the music there was brilliant. Like, that minute or so was just great. The Doctor, Jack, and Linda are arrested for entering another game. I can't remember the reason, but they escape and travel to floor 500. They meet the controller and they use the cover of the solar flare to speak to. So the controller uses the solar flare to speak to the Doctor without her masters hearing her. So the solar flare is like, what did I call it? I said something yesterday when I was talking to someone about it. It's like, I don't know, it's like earmuffs for however long it lasts. I've completely just forgot my point now. I'm such an it. But she used the transmat, I should say, to put the Dr. Jack and Rose in the games without the Masters knowing about it because they don't watch it. Jack finds the TARDIS in a restricted area and finds out players aren't disintegrated but transmatted away. The controller gives the Doctor coordinates, knowing her Masters will now hear her because the solar flare is over, and she's transmatted to her Master's ship and is killed. Rose wakes up with a Dalek approaching her. The Doctor and Jack discover a signal, and it's revealed to be a massive bloody Dalek spaceship. They open communication, and the Daleks threaten to kill Rose. The Doctor vows to save Rose and wipe out the whole Dalek race. And that's the end of Bad Wolf. So on to Parting of the Ways. The Doctor uses the extrapolator to shield the TARDIS and materialise around Rose, with Captain Jack taking out the Dalek that was in there with him. The Doctor discovers that the Emperor somehow survived the time war, and then they return to Satellite 5, and Jack uses the extrapolator to shield the top 6th floor from getting attacked. The Doctor attempts a delta wave to wipe out the Daleks, but it will also wipe out the Earth in the process. The Doctor tricks Rose into the TARDIS, and using the sonic screwdriver, he sends her back home to keep her safe, because he doesn't know if he can win this war. And the Daleks start to invade Satellite 5, killing everyone in their way. And at home, Rose begins to notice that Bad Wolf is following her and realises it's a message and not a warning. Mickey and Jackie help her open the heart of the TARDIS, and Jackie gets a big truck and Mickey drives it, and he pulls the panel off the controller and it comes open, and Rose is bathing the light of the TARDIS, and as the TARDIS dematerialises back to Satellite 5 in the year 200-100. The Daleks get to the top of Satellite 5, killing Linda in an awful scene. Awful as in like emotional, not bad. And then they kill Jack. They get to the control room where the Doctor is, and he is unable to activate the Delta Wave when they get in. But before the Daleks can kill the Doctor, Rose arrives back in the TARDIS, wrapped in the glow of the Time Vortex. And obviously, you're not supposed to look at that because it will fry your bloody brain. She reveals that she is a bad wolf, and she spreads the word throughout time and space, calling Rose and the Doctor to that place, I think it is. And Rose disintegrates all the Daleks and the Dalek fleets, and she brings Captain Jack back to life forever. And then, with a kiss, the Doctor absorbs the power of the Time Vortex to save Rose's life. He releases it back into the TARDIS and carries her unconscious body inside. And obviously, because he didn't know, they leave Jack behind, and Jack is like a second too late. So he's stuck in the year 200, 100. Absorbing the Time Vortex causes every cell in his body to begin to die. So then, Doctor number 9 regenerates into Doctor number 10. So was it good? This was a bloody amazing two-parter and just amazing 2 episodes by itself. Sadly, this was the end of the Ninth Doctor. It's a shame only got 1 series, but if you have disagreements with the people at the BBC, so sometimes it just doesn't work. Well, it does work out. Sometimes you just don't get on with the right people sometimes. But then we move on to Doctor number 10, and that review will be coming soon as well. So I give Bad Wolf a 9 out of 10, and I give Parting of the Ways a 10 out of 10. And my next video should be a whole series review, which I highlight the good and the bad, and out of all 13 episodes I give the whole round score out of 130. So until then, I will see you all later, and don't forget to like and subscribe.